Hello and welcome to Jumpin' Johnny Gaming Retro Walkthroughs. This Final Fantasy IV Pixel Remastered video is the third part of the complete walkthrough, which we will be getting the cure for Rosa and continuing in the quest to stop the crystals from being taken, and you will be joined by 3 new party members. Head up and after the castle gets attacked, enter the destroyed castle. And before you go to the main section, head up a little and right. Keep to the castle wall and enter the door. Speak to the guard who will disappear. Press the switch that was behind him, and then go through the door that the switch opened and get the 3 treasure chests in the cells by going through the secret passageways through the walls. The ruby ring prevents the pig status. The pig status is a new status effect, and it works the same way as the toad, where you get turned into a pig and you can't do anything and are weak until it's cured by the new item Diet Ration, the spell pig or Isuna. Then head down the stairs at the bottom right and collect 6 chests and 3 of the pots have secret items. Then head to the entrance of the castle and head right up and you'll get to a room full of empty treasure chests. There is an unopened one in the top right corner and that's the last items you can get in the castle. Head up the stairs at the bottom of this floor, then up and you'll get a cutscene. Teller will leave your party and you will be joined by Edward. After the cutscene you will be in a hovercraft. The hovercraft can only cross shallow waters and you can use the rocks to navigate to places. The next dungeon you need to get to, which has the cure you need for Rosa, is to the right of you. Go up and right and use the rocks to reach the land and go left and down. Edward is a bard, which got introduced in Final Fantasy III, which you have more abilities to do. He can use Sing, which causes a random status effect. He can heal up by splitting up potions you have in your inventory and sharing it all for your party. And he can use Hide and take himself out of battle until his next turn. He's a weak character and put him in the back row. In the dungeon, head left for 2 chests. A new enemy you can face is red versions of the goblins, only slightly stronger. Head all the way down and left for 2 more chests. A new enemy you can face is the Basilisk, who has been in the first 3 Final Fantasy games, and you want to make it a priority to attack, as it can cause the Petrify status. If you get turned to stone, use gold needles to cure it. Head back down and up. At the steps, turn right, then up under the bridge for a chest. Then head down and right up the steps for another chest, and exit to the floor at the bottom. 2 new enemies you can face is Adamantoids, who appeared in Final Fantasy 2 and 3, They are weak against ice, and yellow jellies, which appeared in Final Fantasy II, and they are weak against lightning and strong against physical attacks. Head down for a chest containing an Antarctic wind, and these are items that will cast ice magic to enemies. Then head through the nearby door and get the chest in the room containing a new harp to equip on Edward. Exit the room, follow the path on the left and head right the way up, and you will see two chests, one on the right and one on the left. Then exit to the first floor again by using the top right exit. Head through the door for a save point and 3 chests, then exit back to floor B2. Then head all the way down to get to the next floor. A new enemy you can get on this floor is the Leshy, very weak enemies. At the bottom you will face the boss of the dungeon, the Antlion, which appeared in Final Fantasy II. The Antlion will counterattack every attack, so don't use Edward to attack. His damage output is not worth it for the counterattack. Use him to heal or hide, and attack with Cecil and use Chocobo with Rydia. You can make your way back through the dungeon, or you can use the emergency exit item you got from the chest to teleport to outside the dungeon. Then go into your hovercraft, and we want to return to Kaipo to cure Rosa. Use the rocks to return to Damcyan Castle area, and then head left and use the rocks to head down to the Kaipo area, and return to Kaipo and head up and cure Rosa, and she will join your party. Also, Edward will have a solo battle with a Saigon. Just keep attacking, you don't have to do anything special. Have Rosa on the back row and equip the crossbow on her. Exit Kaipo and return to the Damcyan Castle area and head right like you were going to the Antlion Cave. But go right and you will see a large mountain, which is the next dungeon. You have to pass through here to get to the other side. Rosa is a classic white mage which made its debut in the original Final Fantasy, capable of accessing all the best white mage magic as she levels up. She is also a skilled archer, so she can be a good physical attacker as well. She can also use the Pray ability, which will heal all the party, but it doesn't work all the time. Head up for a small cutscene and Rydia will learn the fire spell. Then head up to the top left door. 2 new enemies you can face is the cockatrice, classic enemies that's been in the first 3 Final Fantasy games. Weak enemies but are capable of the petrify status. These can drop the cockatrice summon. And you have the gargoyle, which made its debut in the original Final Fantasy. They are weak against holy magic. The gargoyle has a deadly attack called Tornado, which drops the target character to 1 HP. Head down the linear path. There is a save point and 4 treasure chests to get, and then return to the previous floor. 2 new enemies you can face is spirits, nothing to worry about, don't use elemental spells on them, and skeletons, which made its debut in the original Final Fantasy. They are weak against fire and holy. At level 11, Rosa will learn life and can bring back KO allies. Use the exit on the right hand side, then head right to get the final chest of this short dungeon. You can equip Holy Arrow on Rosa. In the Pixel Remastered versions, you don't have an arrow limit. In the original version, you would use an arrow and you would lose that arrow. It worked like items, but now it's unlimited. Heal up and head up, and you will be in a boss fight. You will be joined by Yang, who will permanently join after. And for the first time in a Final Fantasy game, you have 5 party members in battle. Yang is a monk, which made its debut in the original Final Fantasy. Yang can use Kick, which will damage all enemies at a weaker attack. He can use Gird, which will increase his defense, or Focus, which will double Yang's next attack. For Mom Bomb, use Cecil to attack, and Rydia use Chocobo. Have Rosa pray every turn, or heal if desperately needed. Yang to focus and then attack, and attack with Gordon as well. When Mom Bomb turns into her second form, she is about to explode, so make sure you are healed up to weather the explosion damage, and Mom Bomb will leave 6 enemies for you to defeat. You have Bombs, which made its debut in Final Fantasy II, and Grey Bombs, and these both types can explode if you damage them, and they don't get defeated. At level 12, Rosa will learn Protect. This spell will toughen up an ally's defense. Exit through the top door, then follow the linear path to the bottom exit, and that exits the dungeon. At level 13, Rosa will learn Cura, a more powerful version of the Cure spell. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel where there are more complete retro walkthroughs plus achievement and trophy guides, secrets and tips from the latest releases. Thanks for watching.